My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like, and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally leave a comment at the comment section after watching, or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777. Thank you. I want to join me listening to the beef arising in NPP again. And it's like they don't know why they lose to NDC in the previous election. Same thing happening again. This time around, it's a new trend, which I want you to join me listening to. How the MPs are sidelined with Bawumia, and the MFC is also sidelined with Kennedy Japan, with a whole lot of issue coming on board, which I want you to join me listening to it into detail. Thank you.
MP a leading a colleague MPs no at the call in the office. Honorable Kweku Amprechum Sapon, or a MP from Asante Mampong constituency and a former deputy foreign affairs minister. Honorable Amprechum Akwaba Ekosi saying Suni.
Obi, me me chapa na me cha wati funya ewo
na yes, Bibia ya boko there.
Oh, ya da ba. Ya Bibia ya boko.
Okay. Information I had to Bontine say, and I think Dr. Bawumia also reiterated that point. Say MPs are more in the office and then a little over 66-0. But our pictures now, more room or say as a more about 20 or more my away.
20. Oh, be Bolivar.
Yeah.
We give one and the one more calling Dr. Bawumia for Ecosia. We were 60. Say, yeah, good work. Your bull 60. Now, woman to me, that a ballet, 60. Our free. Nobody forced anybody. Nobody forced anybody. And I even and she moved a Pukushia of Parliament and a Frefre Nipano and the presence of Parliament and Omobaya. When you're sorry, and you free Parliament. And I say a conduct about the office. Near the Nakushia, near Papa declare your unflinching support and the Amana. Now, yes, she formed a your campaign so and the Amana. Because you're any Kanekania. It will say any power, woman, you want to say, almost say, oh, my MPP, your friends have flat direction. As at now, dear, any power, woman, you want to know. The original brand, the original obituary, Abua MPP, Amalia, Yadaka, Saka, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Until they didn't push you declare your support. Near the country and for more. And
na sawoshe omo wondi abetodwa say omunya ombe contest for the flag bearer positions. Now at least we Dr. Bawumia sinchen a ye wo doctor ya wo say educhum or ye sitting MP bosomtwe onemo na wo house ho ye wo honorable Brian Champon or ye sitting MP abetifi onemo na wo fie ho ye wo honorable Kennedy Japan mu anamu wo 8th Parliament and all the parliaments before no na money in the wofie ho into Usha the only person he's had nothing to do with Parliament Dr. Bawumia yenim omo besan aba later there. And why would MPs not support one of their own? Adain
yo obi me da se bi jumedi no sabe enye wadafo any colleague necessary only no Parliament asem any edeka ye ka Ghana dachi ye ka Ghana nimko ye ka openi obetimi edi o mining na wa ma Ghana akoba bia ye pese ko mpeni mfoni mi colleagues ya obobo o mu di nyina o mu nyina qualify o mu nyina gira brana then so de bia ya na masula me kan say so the professor fo nyina so o mu nkoye so ya obu ya professor ayire ba ko be dikai wo mo yi wo muti no any say baby NPP party ni jira any baby a Ghana ye jira sesi ya yen MPC na ye wo party no sa do no asesi ye nya ye ho nti ase na ye 50 plus no ye de ya de kire ye say Dr. Bawumia is the best candidate for the party and the best person to lead the country as at now. And to say assembly yeka. Obi di betumi aye wachira, obi di betumi aye next year, obi di betumi aye and another 5 years or 10 years time. But say yeka di MPP ye hwehwe. Do betumi aboabo adom na no, do betumi a resource party no, and the members no. Ama yetumi anya ye flag bearer, a fata na no. Any do betumi di party na nim so e di akoye nim ama anya victory na ye hwehwe no. Lady ya mamu papa na kuku ado start ya ye pese ye beto aso Dr. Bawumia.
How do you know say MP samuko ho nyina no truly obi adwen woni na koma mu no odi Dr. Bawumia chi? Why are you so sure?
No obi ana me ka say enipa na koye no ya force obi a o ana me ka say enye captive situation mu and Dr. Bawumia a captive situation. We were at the presence of Parliament. And yes, Dr. Bawumia and will be asked who any Dr. Bawumia person worker. Ye free Parliament. Any ye see so we ye mouse. And I had the four no doctor no office. And you kukusiano. It will be comparable, will be for so. That's a wow to me, sorry. Now, when you prepare here, and commodity with the other cost to our baby. Now, I would tell come when no Tusana Mono. Now, call now Cotivia. Say, your conviction being tea and Itimia Show. Say, you now won't depend on that, and you pay me. But almost it is going to come out to say, but declare me support and your man. Now, we believe in him. We believe in his leadership. We believe in the good direction of the country now. Oh, sorry, now, it was voluntary. And then you found anybody on to one about 1 year. Maybe what did you say? Obi Oba via the Kumuno or did you ever Dr. Bawumia? So only the right person for the party as at now and the country. So he will be the right person to move Ghana forward as at now. And the Obi. As only the other year will be a for so be a no department house or the fee and over Dr. Bawumia office. There, common on near the Obama TV. And the Nippon saw a cocoa pier one. You call on your call round, Baku, Mobia, Bonidi, and my Obiaka, Gentia. What saw you about? Any time, Baku, Obia to Nanumu to say, Gentia, what them is that he believes in Dr. Bawumia. He believes in his leadership, the qualities, and he believes he's the right person for the NPP party as at now. Whatever we need to reform, to regroup, and rejuvenate the party, no, Obi Oba Ebia to the Numutu say, was I Dr. Bawumia? No, was I say Dr. Bawumia is the right person to provide the kind of leadership that the party needs right now. And what the country also needs to be able to advance the fortunes of our dear country, Ghana. That is why they were there, and they all spoke. And the Obi, I said, when you could see them all, and they all playing. And they all playing. Obi, free baby, and run at the Mohana, Obi sending, maybe say, Obi say, MPC 50. And while I'm sending the Pacono message, I hope say this is the fake message. And your fake message, I make sure pass Usu 50. But Modinia Bubo Enipa 5, MPC 5. Bubo 5. That's a mammy. Maybe come on, Nipano. I want any Pacono or Gane. Now I'm sending the message, say 5 for the crowd, me 3 more mana easy. One mammy MPC 10 or so 50. One more Nipa 10. Me no kata we no be send me list of MPs 10 there. I don't know. Because he can't send it.
So we share 5 yeah, okay, yeah. at least anye ya omo a yehu omo moving with some other aspirants no at least yehu honorable Kweku Kwatin say odi Kennedy Japan echi yehu Lawrence Ajinsem say odi Kennedy Japan echi yehu Dominic Tema MP your friend saying Forsen right Charles Forsen Tema West say odi Kennedy Japan echi Stephen Amwastika say odi Kennedy Japan echi yehu say Abna say Asare that's 5 yenim say
5
yeah menya 5 yenim say obi ti say OKT unsupported Bawumia
why
OKT kwale full name near dey opoku empire so MP no
wano sabe Mr. O'Brien
and ondi Bawumia chi that's the point I'm making and acquire 6 no okay it is our 6 no not just say mama omo maka so for mo leadership they so be antu na numutuo enka omo leadership no it at least yenya 6 omo no endi Bawumia chief for now
yes
ufi say enye hu
na obi who's say they say one particular candidate and obeka say over 50 okay say one many per 5 no akwa yen sembe bi wo ko ya wantimi ama the say okra obobo ye no wo bobo nipa for 2 candidates and wa ko nsia the kakra me kwa minim ka ho no de eburo 6 no for the 2 candidates right minim bi ka ho me privy to some of them ebi awo no we privy but my point then is Dr. Mabu Bawumia as one person enipa 88 no o mu 60 plus
60 plus no mode omu nyina din ra ba betudwa
omudi ho obi me metimi abubo din na ma because wo list ni kura me sebe me na me din wo mu anim me boabo asadom no
bobo mai ya what time bobo mai ma me ma osima be no bobo ni nyina ma sisia
obi
honorable meeting
me pacho me sewa de baako enipa no wo mo ana voluntarily wo mo ba meeting na se
yes
ka me pese mesre wo se ka opa wo cherry after me ta me mo di ni kiro
o chenewia
wo cherry obi the reason that you make us an obi
okay
I will want to say because me need nipa no permission say me ko boni din e wa abonten enti me person me respect in the purpose of be and the privacy for whatever reason. Let me give people that leverage of respect.
Somebody who voluntarily or joining meeting way meeting and a camera so why capture will be a nimni adeno. Why would the person be worried here in the dinner to you? Because already we're in a name that I say or supported by me, and why should the person be worried?
Yes. Me little challenge ya me work and then tina ka me pese me sere wo no because sabe me me colleagues here no more parliament
okay
obu ha ka ti o se be ma me ba meeting bi me se me support Bawumia ya kwa kushia ya ye meeting but me ma wo kwan se ko gira radio so ana television
na bo
meeting
okay
me pese ade ketiketi we say me de be antagonize obi a and you know, I say, what we are about this time of program here. Because we knew we are not come the permission at free. Then that's what I say. And come on, we call so baby. Oh, be person me bobo dia and I call your meeting. No, now, my person may get permission, no make me to Sana Mono. So,
okay,
what will be our own person may bo din, Mr. Mami. Natural one to me market yet.
Very well.
And until they will be made so crazy. So, and then look, I did as a matter of start up with one so will be a year fair say, with just one demo was speaking in tongues. But I will tell you.
In Yambo, so or China Yambo, a best afro. Why?
a obi o kira fere be bubu di na kira wo
mate
me sisio mu ham ye sisio ham ye bubu di no ediri ya be trouble nti obi other candidate bi a was over 5 10 15 there obi prepare wo mo so tutu di wo mo di mi enti
wo mo so fa di ni ntudwa
wo mo so fa ti ni amega ni amega hia ni ehunu amega hoho so wo yeah the be ba chanya de but I just want to grant me 24 hours. I mean, clear, new permission. One more mama me permission, what time a boom with you.
Honorable Mate, Bibi any ever said in Comobio. Why?
Okay, Obi, me that's it.
Yeah, that's a papa, Panyamin Shroud.
Right.
And at least from so yeah, checks, no, and I would want you to keep video no of it Bawumia the no Kasani Free. Nema MPs the end naso. You go through video ni yamobo or more. Never office hono edin. I can see Nana Ajeman Prempe. Nana Ajeman Prempe, a former NADMO boss. Nanimu mehu Mensia South lawyer Akwesi. On the same Akwesi. Abenya Akwesi kuna de Akwesi kuna wanya lawyer. Ba queen ewa aha enti ewua ewo ho Mensia South mehu Collins Adomako Mensa uhu Ernest Yaokomi uhu Kojo Opon Kroma uhu Samia Uku uhu Amprechum nankase ene ni di nkomo sisi uhu Oda MP enti interesting stuff. Anyways, ma yenhwe na yentoa so nti said the honorable nankasa aka na nyame yadomo a ochena ono a de din ni nyina ebetututudwa na afei yehu said the nioma esi eko nti monhya ne nso ma yenhwe, and you can come through with your messages or share join us ewo ye live stream this on YouTube. And there videos, no live videos, no ebi from the office of Dr. Mahmoudou Bawumia, and he would also make time and join the Yabeko Kenya Japan so camp. Na yate say and the Onunsu Asia former MMDCEs across the country. No kure wom anything and what's the reasoning behind our meeting we are. Kosoni nyina ye enkomo aye behwe ne yetumi edi. We say Obi, good afternoon to you. I want to commend the just past government of President Anado and current government for keeping the road construction works on the Kintampo-Pran stretch. We are so grateful, but we are pleading with President Mahama to come and fulfill his promises on the construction of the Kintampo Town Road. We are watching closely. Master Planner Junior Ewo Kintampo. Master Planner Junior. Yedase pa. Let me see the other ones we have here. Na yentwaso. We say Obi. Good afternoon. MPs cannot dictate to us. We, the grassroots, are going for Kennedy Japan. Titus Glover as national organizer. Appear Onyakrum. Obi, good afternoon. I want to plead with our MPs to take it cool. The posturing and manner they are talking will bring division to the party. We should learn from our previous mistakes and correct them. My name is Sami, a former driver of Honorable Otiko. Okay. Good afternoon, Obi. Tell the Honorable MP to slow down. This is a wrong move. The party needs unity at this time. The MP should show a good example. Pastor Akoto, NPP, Toronto in Canada. Obi, good day. It is said that whoever God wants to destroy, they first make mad. Any discerning Ghanaian knows where the NPP is heading toward as far as the 2028 election is concerned. An obvious bigger defeat. Prosper from Dakoman here in Accra. And let me get onto the phone lines now. Mentwasu Eni Enkomo. Enra General Secretary Editor Yenim say Omoko National Council meeting no. Nipa o movie motion no on early presidential primaries and date our monto sabano Reverend Intim Fojo, who is MP for Ascent South constituency. Honorable Akwabe Kosi saying so.
Yani
Enti specifically motion be na move here e National Council.
Madam Senate for you 3 days ago, National Council, the CINO, me move motion. The National Council, fortified by Article 13 of the Constitution, it says that National Council and the determined data as they conducted presidential primaries. They move the 31st of January 2026 in holy presidential primaries. Now, no, may move that motion. It was overwhelmingly supported. Yeah, the home kita home kasa home ubia a train for close to 2 hours. There was not a single counter motion. Ubia adrin echo room. There was not a single counter motion. So there be your name team for your and adrin. So your primaries and presidential primaries no sabre. Ubia and kasa. Ubia train adrin. The brim crowd because okay, the electoral college buying the bay. Now we are trying. Now we are trying. Na echo room. Yeah. Chairman Dankwasme Buti put 2 voice vote. It was an overwhelming aye. Like I said, Obia Ajitum. No.
No. Obia Ajitum. Me pato Obia Ajitum on the 31st January date. No. Earlier, nobody kaya Ajitum say mobile early presidential primaries.
Na meba ho shortly, but I tell me make a certain remark. The anam and you will be an anam from them. So I see say be a nitokuma be na kwese kukuam akwaje sa motion ni 2 more. Na dodo through a lot of the presidential aspirants no nyina say in favor of mono and you no correct because na me am many fair more. The impending for edimu woman de mu and this so I didn't want to get some person be contest the presidential. I counted about 7 there. I know more. You know meeting now. Didn't poke aside. And now woman no money or crown. Much it for mupa call supporters. They were there. And your meeting be a koya aspirant to be sentiment was not represented in that motion. And this can aspirant be he said they would have raised a counter motion. So I want the record to reflect to say, for the avoidance of doubt, National Council decision take here, the 31st January, and the Ebabe hold 2026, and the Ebabe hold presidential primaries, no, a overwhelming consensus. Second thing, and yet at the forefront, and answer in the C4 National Council take it 3 days ago, because in April, National Council is CIM. Me as a member of National Council.
FM.
In that meeting, National Council is said, I minutes be reflected. Breno, yeah, mini a penny. I also can aspirant former General Secretary, Mr. Kwabena Japan. And we move that motion. Says National Council. I adopt early primaries, and even as a matter of fact, for the presidential elections to be done first. Now, I want to National Council, you do and the council, you have Frank Davis Committee, our Monkwakwe Constitutional Amendment to propose as Diaba. And to Omoba, now say, you find about the pop, particularly to credit the Bayan, taking into account proposals, committee no the Beba. And then run, committee do recommendations that to they forcefully recommended, say, presidential primaries, from all the constitutional amendments by over 300 of them, it comes out very strong, say, and no, and the CDK no can, the presidential primaries must be held first, and almost Sunday limited expansion and recommendations, so they account. No far for Professor Quay committee so recommendation also the to National Council in previous meeting say one more nante Ghana fan nyina sia NPP mpenifo grassroots for no mudin kita ho the ma results no 2024 kobasa any akuanim no ma de to a beboa one can say ye momodia so presidential primaries no ye be ne ntam eno kra na yenye meni ni kan so wo trinity a dia ka bia ya homa ma me no some prominent aspect I'm being so the moves are motion. Bako and said in the history of NPP Mono and BC that say a 2 baby year within about 4-6 months, no, the kind of interest that a war presidential aspirant move be 1 year president as flag bearer and a potential Sabia. It's a more victory be albano. Tense no, a dozen by the day no air rise. And yes, on a coba no in 2009. Yes, on a coba in other previous years are near losing power for. Because a very losing power 2008 crown. Baby Bosnian Crana major contenders no. Will be a crampon declares of His Excellency Akufo-Addo and Ura Alan Chamante. Alan Chamante created to find called WTO near they go Dijuma. And the tensions were cool, but in this particular instance, no, there are interests coming up, and we don't want it to be that acrimonious for about a year, 1.5 years. And no, a Bekwa Konasna, a regional, a constituency, a collector area, a police station. I think about the time you got 2 presidential primaries, maybe a year and a half later. No, yeah, 30 parts in the movie Bria. We will have only just about 1 year or 1.5 years. You about the reconciliation ahead of 2028. And one more. 2. And they will share routine radio so TV. And this is what 2 NPP force. A being see that political party be over. A bambi politically no persecute no in the way the manner NDC for persecute NPP. Every day be why a bonny on your bonny you near better your fee. Why a bonny on your bonny you near Tron Oko and I be near Tron Oko Yoku near confidence a bill can see their torso. Bill craft from Kukum, she almost several hours the other crowd, almost be on your bonny biao. You are a cassette, Cookman or Casa. A lot of intimidation is happening. At the time, we move a Chief Justice. At the time, we move to Newma de Brea. Sabi Enkoye. This is the time you hear leader of the Franca, a crapeja. No one can find I inspired, energized around that flank. The political opposition leader, legitimately so called. So Kasa, yes, so Sinina, this are a good master way in the Jinamuma NPP Kasa. As one diplomatic communities could Jinano Kasa there be, and you must say that Koso, not Yanini Hua, Omuna, a bear bako, a tea. Tenia Ujina, no Kasa, a bear Kogan in answer NPP and a Kasa way. A young in term, a sea in term, as soon as possible. No bar, a bear bumpo. And Fiamiensa and Tawantel be a book be presidential candidate, no, whoever emerges as the presidential candidate, no, between in the Sample, higher reconciliation, and Fisra Apakusi Asie.
Okay.
It came up there in the run up to 2024 election. You have to be enough time for proper reconciliation and to account for the kind of results we had in the internal division. And my time to me, the command and this before. And the way no, she a tolerant more. A beboa, Emma reconciliation no. Akoso, na no so testing no. A bit chat because Obia na our interest and no overarching interest in Tino and ya kwa koto in the lower level party internal elections obi abeka to me we interest we interest and then come for you number e bi o crowd me ko be bi e kwa to aba bi police station abakra mpo no o candidate bi ago interest o monti no be do be kra na you see at awi and so not come we share na kra so these are criminals all of it will be avoided ibenya one united front e dey akoyenim na idea ebeboa ma party na hoden atumi akwani mu enti we no it news to the benefit of obibia wanya pepa so peso ogina yeto ne so aba ebeye flag bearer so we party planning na and so di hu so ba beye flag bearer na peso ogina presidential primaries yeah. This is good news for you because ubenya clear 3 years area market wo anye kram ubenya clear 3 years nearly 3 years atumi akoba bia se woko no atumi aka obi anso abom enti we no enti chemo na mze nya nto dwa yi enti binomo atia no but
yeah but ansa na obeton ho ama Ghana fo no e wo se wo ton ho ma party for edikan na utimi wini flag bearership contest no asana wadwen number of years we here say obeton ho a kire Ghana for what some have said they say 6 months e was so mo the campaign within the party to delegate any ade no sa 6 months no iswa unte sa asem no
no I party constitution oba party constitution ni mo a ma clear notice period so national council ba be said that as almost said that a bit to me ama minimum 6 months notice
yes
and it is what to me it do 6 months and so there so isa so a song and no in the framers of the constitution who say 6 months is enough so 6 months ni so a constitution no be say yeah, 1 year notice and 2 years notice. But the constitution say before 2 years, clear. There's a pound more than latest 2 years, to the next election. We should have our flag bearer in place. But any time earlier than that is also permissible. It can be 3 years, it can be 2.5 years, it can be 2 years, 6 months, 7 months. Never more. The notice period should be 6 months. In this case, free and now the copemo January 31st, 2026. It's more than 6 months. You know, idea a demo pepe. Nemo mono, sir Obeko 276 constituencies. And a month for Aquacoding Kita about 300,000 delegates. Any umba couldn't get a home. Not so 6 months is a mount. So which mean at all we are 300,000 delegates. 1 year. And as the China out with the 2 years at the time home party for 300,000 delegates we are. About 16 million registered voters, I know the only 1 year at Aquaton Obi. That is argument. But if you need 2 years to sell yourself to 300,000 delegates, now we are what the 1 year Akoton Wama the whole Ghana 16 million registered voters. They do Ukrainas are to 18 million. So the priority lies with you having sufficient time on one. Yeah, they be kai one boom yi. Because as parent here kwe, mo ba ko pen be winning. Yakabia, so we need him. And I always say, sir, one of you already declared Bia. He's a potential president in the next government.
Okay.
He's a potential flag bearer. And NPP, we have the men. We need Brani Dimu. Then we back up the winning. And it is incumbent on one who be winning, say, you have build the consensus, build the unity. But internal election bia NDC mu MPP mu party bia mu no etimi akame ewum ranko wum acrimony wum
we no normal but me other thing is say MP say kwasra Dr. Bawumia say na oka ho
na me gyina mu pa.
Enti for you think say only right person to lead mo party into 2028?
Yes. Yeah, well, mpenimfo bebre a wo mo ayi wo mo anim. Wo mo nyina am de buo nya ne die de ma wo. Aminim fum so bia wo bia. Na mo mo no. Wo hwe party say to me in 2028. Now sir, the selection of presidential candidate no. What is to the voter behavior of Ghana near Okotwaba? What is their voter behavior? In 96, a bra MP Saneho Sabre no more noso NPP. Now so Dodwana from Parliament. Jina Modema President Kufo Okoye, we are 39%. Almost like Jina Modemano, but on one is so sako because Ghana for Umupu be away Jina Sajina. And to 2000 we need Sabrano Sir John Evans Atanos His Excellency not saying no for into Gina for though no yet sitting vice president but Olusui or Sako 2004 Olusui or called the third time 2008 and what do we need and Sabrano not president Akufo-Addo Bafoforo and you know Oba for Olusui and no Sako be Okobionso Anyi third time no in 2016 Ghana was Wakwabre Adruso one said the man President Mahama on the first one na Sronko because President Atamels when to me and chat 4 years name was free Ghana nyina rehoy e dia reho na e kokan se ne do na see President Mahama nto aso and Supreme Court them. But on what I said, 2016, even as a sitting president, Olusui also called the third time in 2020. Olusui or brand nice in 2024. And as Abren, no candidate Dr. Bawumia say no, do or yes, sitting vice president today. But I say no over the contest the president. And Ghana for the man. Nipa no appear on the ballot box more times. And you know, yeah, we are President Mahama the 8 years in 2028. The tier BR and this is for the power from the Beba. So the power from the Beba. So yes, into the voter behavior of Ghanaian. Not say share yes, them. If any for I did the Nequa opinion advantage, you know. Dr. Bawumia and one could be paying. As or no, a bit to me, the fastest way to victory. The fastest and the most effective way to victory, and our surest bet to victory in 2028. Dr. Bawumia, or a candidate in 2024. And on that principle, he stands very tall.
Very well. Honorable, my young fancy way a developing story. You ever seen the home comobio? Yeah, that's a perry. Why?
Not me, that's a partner. Don't my buy, you know. Me and me kaya. Make me be breeding. In fact, 20 something or 30 something now more camera. Yes, I here. Over 60 MPs. Being now we're there. Now, one a crown up. A bit more too quiet. Then we be see or more quiet to 1 month. And so, a day one goodwill at card of Bawumia Chino. One rampo broke me the many kind of baby. Into the aquarium, until more beer and eating ever. So they can't find the hay. Make me come over 45 for the 6 Amiamikai or on the top of my head.
Omunina Baho.
Munina or 1 who or more. 45 meeting, but I was there. And so be aware from your video, depending on video angle. Who I have called Mr. Over so I was there.
About 45 no mammy, about 45 no mammy, never mammy.
Oh, but jump about the brain and so honorable Tampuli, no, I mean, honorable Tampuli, honorable Amino, honorable Bonkroma, honorable Tonimia, honorable me tiny in Abu Body amount. Honorable Samia Kuho, Honorable Hassan Tampuli, Honorable Ponkumami Huno, Honorable Kabir Mahama Mihuno, Honorable Makeledu Muniho, Honorable redu me hu ni ho na akwapo ya me hu ni ho Honorable understanding Honorable ina champo me hu ni ho Honorable Masi Yendam so me hu ni ho Honorable Honorable Tony Bien so di Honorable Asanso Buati me hu ni Honorable Rudolph Amwaku Honorable Anaje Bafo wa obo ni din Honorable Damata Honorable Collins Admaku me hu ni ho Honorable Mustafa Yusuf me hu ni ho Honorable Alex Siakwa me hu ni ho Honorable Muhammad Nuruddin me hu ni ho Honorable Habib Bruce me hu ni ho Sa Honorable Dominic Nitiu Honorable Foriata Honorable Sidu Pepin Protozo me hu ni ho Honorable Isaac Bo Amanya ko me hu ni ho Honorable Nesku me hu ni ho Honorable Jerry Ahmed me hu ni ho Honorable Nanado Report me hu ni ho Honorable Fatahia Abdulaziz Honorable Amin Adam Honorable Aida Adwa Sidu Honorable UFE Honorable Kofi Amankwa menu me hu ni ho Ntanso na me hu Honorable Kwame Apia Kodia ene Honorable Gloria bebre ena me hu omo abia mo di menkai Honorable Dr. Patrick Buati Adom say me hu ni ho Honorable Kobi Osiri Dakwa o Takrade me hu ni ho Honorable Jemesa Martin Kosa me hu ni ho Honorable Kofi Befi Honorable Abuja Napo ene MPC bebre a wo ba ya bia me gina kra no me hu ana fa me kaya we sound the atwaso we cry in twemu over 40 something and you know nobody should do the propaganda so in a camera we buy and only pass 20 in the room and as a camera we buy only pass 6 and buy two man actually see whenever a party is in parliament and is in opposition it is largely influenced the strength of it is influenced from parliament and you know nobody should discount the force of the overwhelming majority MPs a free NPP mu a supported Dr. Bawumia. Sana 96 they call 2000. They no so MPs no more no.
Okay. We'll continue analysis this some other time. I'm ready for me patron. I mean for NC. That's Reverend in Team Fojo and Moten in Kano. It's already 4 p.m. and we still have a number of interviews. Was Ekosi saying na higher Sempa 94.7 FM or Adventure 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. Ma menkwa homane so na yemmo enra the camp of former MP of Asen Central and a former board chairman of Ghana Gas Company Limited, a former ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee in Ghana's Parliament, the Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Ejapon, Nekasa Mafu, Kwesi Kwating Esquire, Ewo Ahomano so, Councillor Kwaba net saying,
me ya Osebosu, Bejo Sopa Mehoye.
Na Sisia, is it confirmed, sir, we are spokesperson for Team Ken and
Team Ken. Yes.
Kwesi, I was saying with na mame line need to chesi me pacho.
What's in the
Aha, I think it's better now, yes.
But you say, Sisia young for more teams there. Tentatively when I'm a customer team no. But officially no. We have confirm or communicated to the public at the right time.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Matisse and Musia, former MMDCs. Is it true? No correct.
No correct. And you share former MMDCs. You know on matter chenkomo. Ura Canada Japan. The Book Council. And the Apple Brassier Council. And the Casabe Council. And the Nade said here. At home when na wacho musampa yakopo wa na party necessary be nomination obefa form there are number about 260 send extra mo bible so he na koma da yakopo nsem o se akoye so etre no baby e pedro no asafo wade de to in 260 former MMDCs isia honorable Kennedy Japan na be said there to manima no just by default say some people are to register omugina won ho that's where the book also because so astra said the beya na kopon be ma ye mugina any madam and this is Indian mubia or mu ko photos with about 26 members of parliament say almost 60. That's a bio, bro. Say 60 crown and no Bejina. Vice President Tune and Safini President. One number. Juba Chaza Waho. Zaka Nipa 200 sister no Bahay. Yes, it's when it's sitting in I or a book can go for. You yate.
But when Nipa organizing MPs, no, they won't buy, no, can say it was not at the invitation of OBA MPs na voluntarily. Or more true and among say or more called Dr. Bawumia ho. In fact, me busa question way to honorable in team Forjo, for example. Emoka say when you base your analysis on video and making rounds now, you would get it wrong. Because Nipani bebre bahwa they were not captured in the camera. And I was trying to say oh bobo a dear on no crowd kai, and he mentioned over 30 MPs are kai omudi off the top of his head. Say omoba hobby. And the videos making round might paint a misleading picture. And
Obi, in the first place, what is the purpose and intent of all this thing? And yes, Subansia and Yadan did during the 2024 elections. Brian election cast a party for both Ghana for both. Yesterday will be a movie. Yes, so called Asante Region party for CNA projects or yes, so called a beer the 5 northern regions a party for complete. We dismiss everything. You're quite near Basen Kofo, near the Omega, near the near Bajaso, Dr. Bawumia fans, near Bajaso, oh, party new fans, and you could say. Abra, na yes say about the whole parliament, which is almost 137 MPs, I support one candidate. Yeah, all government appointees are more or less has been aligned to support one candidate. Yeah, all constituency executives, all executives from all levels, national, regional, equity constituency, support to one candidate. And you could say a difference of 1.7 million votes difference. What about 2.1 million Mameto?
Yeah, but the fact, no, meba. Because the fact you just shared might not be entirely true. But I don't think all the 137 candidates in parliament now almost supported one candidate. That cannot be true.
Obi.
All of them were not supporting one candidate.
Obi.
Yes.
Obi, but that's a Wakasa. They are making it understand. That was a claim and a similar impression they gave to us. But they had the whole parliament and that is the point that I'm making. It's the same thing that they are repeating. I'm not making an emphatic statement to say all 137 MPs were with one candidate. But Dr. Bawumia in the last election was an establishment candidate. He was a candidate that received massive support from the then government. And we could say, and if you want to prove an impression, say, who members of parliament, which in any event, I mean, I leave it to Mwankasa and the jury out there. They saw the video. In the first place, so no one per se, what the video evidence best support no on the numbers and video no could in the first place require day. And then I could try video half for some of MPs to prove say who was 60 MPs. Yes, so who the other half then they went demand the end channel. I leave it to your conscience. Then confirm what sister. I mean that is fine. But I mean in the end, what is even the point? Election at Okono. Dr. Brian Champon last year wanted the vice president from the same Dr. Bawumia candidate. Today he is contesting him. My former boss, who I respect so much, Dr. Duchum, was also lobbying strongly for the position of a vice president for Dr. Bawumia. Today he doesn't believe in his agenda again. But they say, opening Kwabele Japan, so and Ghana Web, and also announces also the contest. He was a strategist for Dr. Bawumia. Again, Honorable Patrick Boama, who was a bit indifferent, but obviously was also for Canada Japan, more closely aligned to Dr. Bawumia. Today is also lacing his boot to contest him. Those things don't scare them. President Akufo-Addo, because I said, be a Dr. Bawumia Chiba. Today he's also withdrawn. That should not scare them. You went arrange, you have about 21, 22 MP. The whole room, 30. We should let them know for Dimra. And when you come and give this impression, meaning what is for the person or that what do you want to show the party for a support to Dr. Bawumia and Fademba. When the whole establishment was for him, how many votes did we get? Didn't we lose our 1.7 million votes with about 2.1 million votes or voters on our metro? If they are for the election, they want to push some more MPs. Fair deal. We won't compete on that. But over 200,000 people or more from Hono, those are our rescuers. And sovereignty resides in them. and they will make the decision. Party for the for this time around, they will never allow say will be moved. It won't work.
But the other thing would be, say, I mean, the same questions you just asked Bawumia camp no on the meeting and any videos or modebe true jano. Those same questions can be asked Monsomo camp no into why did you meet MMDCs? Aden amodes have video in Subetuja. From the video, one cannot count over 260 MMDCs, but you are making that claim on radio.
Obi, I mean, kind of some equalizing question. But the point is that, granted, without even assuming, so we even 50 MMDCs in East. Nobody has said that all of them came to endorse Canada Japan. They are human beings. We need to talk to them. We need to lobby them. How much more senior citizen politicians are one elected to parliament? And all of a sudden, when you meet such a people, that becomes automatic endorsement. More should be the arbiters. You guys are the media people. More the neutral people, and tell us the number that was there, whether or not they were 60. They can never be 60. They can never be 60. Okay, assuming without admitting, so must say 80 star. Former boss, or team for Joker say, he's giving you about 30 something, right? But the difference is another balance back and away. But about me himself announced 60. Miracles announced 67. So you see the clear inconsistency. 60 has been announced, 30 has been announced, 67 has been announced, and even now we are even hearing 40 somewhere. Okay, assuming without admitting, I don't know the picture they want to paint, but a picture when young kind of crime chair, young J and folks want to move, we have the masses, we have the people are for us, and the could be a dream. We had the worst defeat ever in the history of this party, where we lost 1.7 million votes. In the history of even the Fourth Republic, no political party has even lost with that vote margin. And you say, packaging, near Base, near the Base, near Found Kofo, near Normal Kucha picture. I have spoken to some MPs, I don't have the permission to put their names out there. But, I mean, out of respect and a courtesy call to the former vice president, what's so wrong with that? Here, then, they are telling the city to give one impression. Assuming without admitting some more system, but to give one impression, system they also say over 200,000 or more from one. Last time they told us they had the whole parliament 137. They could say the system they made.
Yeah, but the 60 no, we are told, say, and as MPs no, we are told say largely control the constituencies, and also and a polling station executive beto abani no ewo. And when you get an MP, you are maybe on your way to winning votes from a constituency, and that should count for something, because MP is voted for from her, and you have some level of control. Maybe an MMDC may not have, but on from her. How do you see that analysis as well?
Obi, granted, without even admitting, some more 88 MPs in power. And we winning those 88 constituencies are 276 minus 88. And I was about 88. And also no MPP for the Bay Mom. And I hold the MP the Bay Mom, grassroots for now decided who of the neighbor. Here we see to say we went to general election out of 276 constituencies. The worst defeat ever. The Lusumu 199 constituencies. The 199 constituencies rejected our candidate. And only as we want to peddle influence. Assuming without even admitting the 88 candidates, 88 MPs in putting out more parliament. When we now support one candidate in fact, and now I know Kasaya. But I can also 276 minus 88, 188. 188 no so I can even for the mom. We believe that power resides in the people, sovereignty resides in the people. And we will go there, talk to them. They are about more than 200,000 of them. And me, I don't want to engage in these figures and disputes. But what I know on authority is that MPC share more of them, and more meeting common, and more assurance, and more programs, and more meetings. You know, they are more than half of the current MPs or more parliament. But I won't come and sit here, a whole president, a whole candidate.
By this, you are saying, sir, a colleague, Palgrave Boachedankwa, number of 50 MPs in parliament that supported Ken, no, you are confirming that figure by the workers this year, right?
what I know, they say more than 50 of them are with us based on Nkomo. But you see, it will be very obi. Mami child mukaka. It will be very simplistic to say any 50 MPs are kushia. One woman now pledge allegiance to me, and all of a sudden, yeah, politics here is my movement, and she doesn't go 50 MPs. I said, vice kushia about 26 MPs. No, so vice in there, all of a sudden, no one for the campaign over 26 MPs. And assume is almost with system part. System is here, all of a sudden with system MPs. So we could in a box one and then walk to a battle. I mean, what kind of logic is that?
No, but when you say, sir, more than half of the MPs are with us, what do you mean by with us?
Yeah, essentially, those who have pledged allegiance to you, but I go where you do, even though they pledge allegiance to you, you still have to keep talking to them because the program it misses that.
Now, do you have permission to put their names out?
No. At the right time, we will communicate same. And I don't have the permission as of now because meetings are public. It's a meeting that we have been having a closed door meeting. Aside or more, honorable programs and I don't know. All our engagements has been very private. And I win Obi.
Yeah.
24 bank in a
better, sure.
6 months to elections.
Sure.
You know, and be some be your many more here now. And so almost sister, yeah, the Pabota, which sister, and as of now, we've not gotten full details of the system. Now, we can almost to come from Mudimba. Now, we will do a channel, who disclaimers about it's not necessary. There be a party in the a lot of people were against top down. But well, in the wisdom of if National Council, who send a beboa, well, people have argued, say, we are always ready to engage the masses, the public, move who say, I also say, I mean, you'll be a metal say, be a brew, a big one, your hand picky will be. No way, see, party for now, the 2 minutes of them, the moment decided who they want to bring as their flag bearer.
Now, Obobo or more, Effie Dr. Bawumia chess, you are more contestant, no. Reverend in Team Fojo, the message about say, Obi ask Kwesi Kwarteng, where is Mr. Oponbio? Where is Kwame Owusu? And where is Ambassador Boateng? Are they still following Kennedy Japan? Or
maybe I say, me am research, and I mean who said, we more every Dr. Bawumia camp or more contestant. And maybe I research with the very book as memoir manager. Also, bit more baby more a book also.
But they are not following Kennedy Japan now, right?
So what happened? They say we had a campaign team. What I say?
Yes.
Campaign team, no, they had crucial rules then. And the campaign team was dissolved. As of now, we've not formed the campaign team. And Obia is helping from his end. And if at the end of the day, Nippon the bigger interest, which is one of in Japan, decides to form his campaign to know the Mboma fine. But as of now, one will be about the brand. And not they are making more campaign. But you see, granted, say, compared to people contesting you, for the end of the say, as a mouth. Mr. Pombio, so we film Poma contested Keno. Mr. Kwame was free moment contested Keno. But what the major
yes.
So be back Keno and will be back contested. Or contest means he doesn't even believe in your vision and he feels he can do it better than you. But somebody can decide to pull and say, I don't believe in your vision or I believe in your vision, but I don't want to help you to campaign. That is completely different from Obia or no say, me no na koye ejuma mao. Me na me tell vice, but I don't even believe in agenda again. That is more disastrous.
There are those who have said, sir, and with your experience as a young politician, though, but with your experience, with elections, that and all of that, no, in a contest like this, the more people come out to contest, it probably favors the one who is seen as a system candidate. I say, Obia or no ena a crap part in a franca in the last election. And I make this point because he may have some loyal base. Nkofobi etomano. And Obia Nebuefununo would be an anti-Bawumia person. Sa anti-Bawumia votes no ena omua air contest no ebeche. Into the more people come out to contest, it might favor in this case, Dr. Bawumia? What do you say? You don't think that is possible?
No, you see, I mean, sometimes philosophy me and pretend to be. Sometimes let's just apply the common sense approach.
Okay.
On a set, Doctor, by example, and last elections, somebody who is so influential in Eastern region. I never be no to Abama Dr. Bawumia. And in the option of one, who are sure says uncle for the day. No one can say contestibia. Or Monko to my Doctor by example, Trauma. Dr. Yose Duchum.
Yes.
Or then the bosom for. I'll be a minute, Dr. Bawumia, and that's a Dr. Yose Duchum air contest here. We are sure say, Sabu to the Dr. Bawumia. I mean, we are quite very simple. Me, at the quantity, somebody who advanced such a very complex philosophy, while the philosophy that we shall have is so basic, say, a camp has been broken. What of Mr. Nana Akufo-Addo also? Today is not actively involved in Dr. Bawumia's campaign, and also how would we also explain that? Then also that affected Kennedy.
But no. It then okay, you've done that analysis or more about Jeffrey Dr. Bawumia. How about your candidate?
Something is going to affect him. Also, be anywhere. Last election song with all the establishment and the shipping, Obi all can be a Obi what's in the boo. Obi all can be a Obi what's in the boo of a supporter. Mind you, last election, they never went round with any MP. They never went round with any Minister of State. Never had any DC or not on the corpus. The no will be impa, depending to me, the new mayor Jumania, the Emano. But this time around, after me last election, now my boss need that Dr. Bawumia. But then the minute assessor, indeed, who is rather getting more support this time around is Honorable Kennedy Japan.
Very well. And let's see how it goes. By your best science wedding, Brano, as and when issues come up. And for more, after any meeting with former MMDCs, what next for the Ken camp?
Oh, yeah. We'll continue to engage.
Okay.
We'll continue to engage.
Very well. And on the early primaries, some more issues, because a decision has been made, you are going with the National Council decision, right?
Oh, decision is so free constitution. And decision, so issues be our one. And then you table it through a motion at the annual delegate conference. They want to be our tutor. Until then, I'm not sure we have so much reservations with that.
Okay.
The annual delegate conference, I mean, we prepare ourselves. Kennedy's own in your marketing view. What one of that? Dr. Bawumia also there's no for the past 6 years also one of that. And I'm sure every time we'll be so ready to go for the election.
Very well. Mamena say, I can see Bibiani ever said in Komobio. Why? Yeah, that's a party. Kwesi Kwarteng, for now, the interim spokesperson for the Ken Ejapong camp. Very interesting development in the opposition New Patriotic Party. And no any in somewhere. Always say hello, Obi. Listening to Kwesi Kwarteng makes my heart bleed for our party. Can't we communicate like we are not fighting each other in this party? Can the young guys in our party learn from the Nana Komias, Kwabene Japons? Did he listen to Kwame Poku CID's advice yesterday? How did our party get here? Nicholas Ohene Ejekum, Coventry, United Kingdom. Obi, please tell Kwesi Kwarteng that Honorable Francis Adenimo contested Dr. Bawumia and Honorable Adenimo is from Asante Mampong, but Dr. Bawumia won in Asante Mampong. Lamtekin Rashid Edia Odia Breye Enie. Obi, please tell Kwesi Kwarteng to stop the emotional blackmail and speak to the issues. Everything he said concerning our defeat is not entirely true. He should also speak to Ken's contribution to our defeat and stop the blah blah blah. Sadat Sabon Zongo, Accra. Obi, good afternoon. Tell the honorable man this time we the grassroots members need peace, so they cannot force us again like 2024 how they did for us to select a candidate some people don't like. Big ups to Dr. Brian Champong and all Team BA members. SOS, incoming Eastern Regional Youth Organizer, Honorable JFK and Hajia Safia, Next National Women Organizer, Opare Ewusuhum, Mamenkwa Homane Subio, the Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah, the Constitutional Amendment Committee, na ono ekasa committee na na ne omodi omo report ekokoma National Council me no eni enkomo honorable ekosi sensu ne akwaba
me jo so bi that say
adom na unso
na ya do
ya danyame ase and minim say following National Council decisions are more make here on momo report am de kokoma awon no wetie public commentary no any ade etewo san me pacho.
First, the context. They do Sabria, the Caucus Theatres NPP. Yeah, constitutional reforms are interests, interest big room. Which depending on the several interests are played, no better say, na heat cacao system, but they also anything about training, no, to be at here. That's all interest for what's here, no one finds. No sabi anywhere anymore any be and fata and then number one say me say no dia na ne enkomo ekoso no enye wa because we bet different versions we are no need them okra in fact yet them home see yes say me kwako fa de o me ka mu me na me did that platform so me ho fra na that time ye debate so na ko for their problem say so be information kakao system them. But I don't think we and the general secretary of the party, you know, a tone about press conference. The can say a big children who be a tino quena saying, yes, BT and all the manana for to put a good for any, which is to watch any interest in mobility.
Okay, ain't for now, no. Nioma ben na watifa majuma amuye any proposals mo de koye ehun a obepesa obechire mu kakra.
Okay, nti na meka ze nioma mi no pe na mepesa neka. De ye no kure na mepesa neka. So after that to one question bi na to obi na obisa metumi ayi na no.
Very well.
And nioma mi no first of all Article 9 the NPP's constitution no. Ye be reforms are body back and they would to me say obetisa part in the constitution. You know there were levels one. Level back open it to me constitution and we annual national conference and at a national conference pen it to me a constitutional amendment. That constitutional amendment no conference. But I'm trying to conference no council and a better trigger process no. The council and a trigger process and a formal committee say you be a na yenki kan boom for recommendations recommendations embra intenen and say call council na after yeti obi anu ya gigi petitions ni ade abanyina no ya hihye ni na na the recommendations come council kura ni hu to me say recommendations no obegi atumu ana so obebo agu patotimi council.
Yes.
The second highest decision-making body of the party. Cry me to me say recommendations, you know, on the bogu and answer on Bejiatu. In fact, ye kind recommendations, you know, if you are ye kind utumus and conform them ho ebon yoso. But if you and ye catch them say council me who to me say mo be take a decision on recommendations. Ye recommendations no a conference. In the conference, may be decided your person more. Into recommendations about expanding the friends saying the electoral colleges in the party. Recommendations about Niama Bibrino, a local conference. Conference, no, I have to, you know, date in time, say it to what is
31st, that's 19th July.
19th July.
Yes.
Into a back conference, from Ghana Sports Stadium on 19th July. Now, a national conference that decided on those constitutional amendments. It is Obi the catcher will say, or Master we are. Obi answer Bibia. A conference July 19th na conference edi wo. Ene number 1. Number 2, council na fixed date for presidential primaries no. Inti you know the council based on your recommendation as a recommendation back on say only if I do din komo party ni mo a do any petitions ni ade ba say senior KK ni oyi ni ade e peja o party ni mo no. Emrame say you choose flag bearer not later than 2 years to the election. No, you need to now so not later than 2 years. It will be your channel. It will be next month. It will be next 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's not than 2 years. No. Council decided to 31st January. That 31st January, no, you have to start. That was the only decision council took. That was the only decision council took.
Baba, and no,
yes, sir.
And no. Yes, in as much as more particle, I think Article 13 of the Constitution, Emma Councils are 2 million.
Thank you for staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciate your time, and once again says, God bless you for the good work you are doing and continue to do for us. We much appreciate your time. We much appreciate what you are doing, and we urge you to continue from that trend. To all our cherished new viewers, we urge you to subscribe for more videos as well. Like and also share with your colleagues. Let the channel go viral for us. Thank you.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.